Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It has been a while since I've made another video. I know I'm falling down. I am not being as consistent as I want to be, but the good news is we're getting closer to turkey season, which means there is going to start to be a little more consistent activity as we ramp up our turkey journal. Today, I've got a little bit of a break in my work schedule, and the neighbor just stopped by the house totally unexpected and told me, hey, we just did a controlled burn back over here in the field. Didn't know if you saw it or not. So I'm on my way over here to go check it out. This is our #1 turkey hunting location. I was actually over here first thing this morning before starting to work and jumped a bunch of, didn't jump, I saw them from a distance. Saw 2 longbeards, a couple of jakes, and several hens. The other day I was over here and I saw about 40 birds in a flock. So this is especially our early season turkey hotspot. And if they've just done a controlled burn, they haven't burned this in at least 5 years. If they've just done a controlled burn over here, this place could be absolutely magical once turkey season opens. We are about a week and a half away from the youth hunt here in Tennessee, and then the week after that is the regular season opener. So if we're a week and a half to 2.5 weeks away, this burn ought to start greening up really well between now and then, and it should be on fire. So no pun intended there. That was totally accidental. Anyway, heading that way, I've got the trilliums. I don't know if you can see it down there or not. I'll put a close-up of it. The trilliums are in bloom. The May apples are popping down here. Everything around here right now is about 14 to 16 days early, especially when I go back and look at my photos from this time last year. So we are really ahead of schedule. It is an early spring here. Hopefully we don't get stung by a late freeze. It's supposed to frost tonight. We'll see what happens, see if that does any damage to anything, but I'm going to head on over this way. I've got several lenses with me in case I do see turkeys from a distance. I can put on my telephoto and try to get some video of them, but the main thing I want to see is I want to see what this hillside looks like after being burned, because I've never seen it after a burn. Let's get it. Well, I'm walking up the fire break here. You can see a little bit back there where they burned. Most of the burn looks like it was back over here. There's still a few hot spots smoking back in there. So he told me that it didn't burn. He used to work for forestry department and did controlled burns all the time. Actually, his son, my cousin, still works there. And so they all came out and did this today. And he told me that they were about a month late because all this sage grass and a lot of the stuff that had died over the winter, obviously that burned. But below that, the fresh growth was already starting to come up, and there was a lot of green. I'll see if I can get a couple of close-ups of it here to show you in a minute, but a lot of the green had already started underneath all the dead stuff. And so what happened was the stuff piled up on top would burn up, and then it'd get down to the green stuff, and the green stuff would kind of snuff the fire out. So they were constantly having to relight the fire, and so it's kind of in clusters all in through here. You know, there's a big cluster right in here that was burned decently. Cluster back over there. There's a cluster over there. So it's like they were having to hop around to try to get it to burn. But I think for the most part, they probably accomplished what they wanted to do, was getting a lot of this sage grass, the multiflora rose, speaking of, right here's multiflora rose right beside me, and a lot of the blackberry, wild blackberry. I think they got the bulk of that burned off, but there's still a lot of last year's undergrowth and stuff in here that just didn't burn this time. So I'll make my way on up here and see how close to the back edge of the property they went. Well, I'm making my walk back. That was cool to see. We've actually considered doing a controlled burn on our place over here on the farm because I've got a similar hillside to that on me, and it's just a bear to go in and bush hog it so often. And right now it's got so many blackberries and multiflora rose and honeysuckle and the sage grass and all that stuff on it that It's just kind of a bear to deal with every year, and I can actually pay the Tennessee State Forestry Department to come in, and they'll do all of it for me for a small fee. Actually, probably, honestly, if I run the numbers with the cost of diesel right now, it'd probably almost be the same, either to hire them to come do it or to buy the diesel for the tractor to do the same amount. So that's something I'm gonna have to look into. Anyway, didn't see any turkeys, but I did see quite a bit of turkey scratching, turkey sign, but I know they were in there because, like I said, I saw them this morning, and I saw them again, not all the way back at the burn, but closer to the front side of the property here. Oh well, that's going to be it for this video, I think. Nothing exciting really on this one, sorry about that. I was kind of hoping for a little more stuff than that. Looking here as I walk out for mushrooms. It's mushroom time. Morels are popping in certain areas, but I'm not finding anything here. Oh well. Wish everybody a good day. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. God bless.